The Bul Armory Axe Hatchet. Some people might call this a Gucci Glock, and kind of equivalent to the Glock 19X or Glock 45, and it's available for not a whole lot more, actually a few dollars more. Not a fistful of dollars more, but a few dollars more. So we're going to take it out here on the range and see what it'll do today. All right, thanks for stopping in while we take a look at the Bul Armory Axe Hatchet. It says axe on that side. Let's see if I can get to focus. And it'll say hatchet right there on the side of the barrel. Again, this is equivalent, it's a few dollars more, as I already mentioned that, than a Glock 19X or a Glock 45, which is kind of the same thing, maybe a different color. Anyway, it is optics ready, so you don't have to go to the Glock MOS, and that's why I say it. This is only going to be a few dollars more than the Glock. It has a lot more features than the Glock. 17 round magazine, comes with two of them, 4.02 inch barrel. I just call it a 4-inch barrel. That's going to be the same as the 19X and the 45. It does have a nice flat face trigger with a red trigger safety in it. By the way, that's only a drop safety. That's all that does. A lot of other features that I do want to talk about, but before I spend any more time yapping, let's shoot it a little. Bul Armory Axe Hatchet. A lot of features that you don't find on a Glock 19X or Glock 45. Takes 17 round Glock magazines. Base plate's a little different, but it looks like it will slip on the same way as a regular Glock base plate will. And yes, I'm only shooting left-handed today. This gun is not set up ambidextrous, but the slide stop lever, excuse me, the magazine release is swappable, so you can go for an offhand shooter. Left-handed only, 12 yards. Let's just see if I can hit anything at all at 12. You know, to figure out where we're going to go, the first thing we have to do is to go ask Alice. And let's see, Alice said we're going to start with the red prairie dog there on the left. Then we're going to do the plates. And again, I'm not going to set any speed record shooting left-handed. That's right. Why? Because I'm not going to hit everything. I'm going to hit that one high. Let's go to the gong. It does work. Axe Hatchet. 4.02 inch barrel, I've already mentioned that. A lot of nice things on this. By the way, the Holosun 507, excuse me, this has the 407C on it, is direct mount. There's no plate used to mount that, and I do like that. Now, it doesn't quite sit low enough to co-witness with the 3-dot sights. These are not night sights, just plain old 3-dot sights, but the Holosun doesn't sit quite low enough to fully co-witness with those. You can just barely see the front sight when you got the rear sight lined up in it. But again, as long as the red dot doesn't fail, of course, understand there's two kinds of red dots. Those that have failed, those that will fail. All right, it works at 12. Let's take it over to 25. All right, again, in case you haven't seen other videos, my right hand is disabled, right, or my right arm is disabled. So we're doing everything left-handed. That's just letting you know. If there's a miss, and there will be more than one, I'm sure, it's not the gun's fault. This gun is working really well when I do my job. All right, let's start out with the raccoon on the right, kind of a weird raccoon, white with some brown on it. All right, how about the crow next to it? How about the head flipper on the black silhouette? Yeah, you got to hit it though. And so far not so good left-handed. All right, again, that is with the one of the two magazines that came with it. It does take standard Glock 17 mags, and we're going to continue using my hand loads out of the Glock 17 mag. I really want to get that head flipper. It's a 6-inch plate at 25 yards. I ought to be able to get it. There we go. Can I get it back? Looks like I'm hitting just to the left. Well, I moved it. I'm not going to waste a lot of ammo on it. Let's go to the black 12-inch with a white center over there on the left. Oh, come on. I ought to be able to hit that. There we go. 8-inch next to it. There we go. All right, 25 yards. It's doing its job as long as I do mine. Really, really, really nice grip texture on this. It's a whole lot grippier than any Glock. The texture is a little bit blocky on the back of the grip. Let's see if I can get that to focus here. And no, I'm not pointing it at my head, and it is unloaded right now anyway. But that grip texture is a little blocky front and back strap. But so far it's not twisted in the hand. The side texture is what I really like, and it has side texture up in here, which, hey, Smith & Wesson, are you listening? Not all guns have. It also has a relief on the front. Again, if I can get it to focus. It's like a gas pedal. There is a slight extension on that. Not really extension. It's almost a subtle shelf on left and right side. So depending on which hand you're using, then you've actually got support for the thumb if you're using a conventional two-handed grip. And again, I'm not being able to do that today. Definite undercut of the trigger guard, which is really nice. The stippling, well, I'm going to call it stippling on the slide, front and rear. Front cocking serrations certainly do work. It's also got it on the top. Not that you really need it on the top, but it gives you good traction. A metal guide rod, not a plastic one like you see in a Glock. And you'll notice on this it actually has a 4-slot 1913 rail, not the proprietary rail that you'll see on a Glock 19X or 45. All right, let's try it out at 50 yards, see if I can actually hit anything with my left hand out there. The Bul Armory Axe Hatchet, by the way, it has a really nice mag well on it, and it also has cutouts. Let's get the original mag back in here. Cutouts on the side of the grip, which work really well with the extended grip area on the base plate of the Bul Armory magazines. Glock mags don't have that, of course, but works really well for being able to grab mags if you have to pull it out. Plus, a little bit of a lip catch. Plus a little bit of a finger catch right here at the bottom of the grip, which really, on my medium-sized hands, I don't quite get down to it. Larger hands would probably still be able to work really well on that grip, which definitely keeps the hand in place up tight against that undercut in the trigger guard. All right, 50 yards. Again, we're using the Glock 17 magazines. And let's just see if I can hit anything at 50 with this Bul Armory Axe Hatchet. My hand loads. Gong on the left. Okay, I got that. Can I get the 16-inch high right, white with a green center? Okay, how about the 12-inch below it? Well, there we go. Silhouette to the right of that. No, that's me. That's not the gun. I just got to find out where to hold it, because a one-hand grip is not the best. I need to work on it. There we go. All right, can I get the 10-inch, white with a red center, just to the left of the 16? Ah, finally. So what do I have left here? 3 rounds. Can I get an 8? That white with a black center below that. Can I get an 8 with 3 rounds? All right, even a blind squirrel can find a nut occasionally. All right, below that is a white 6-inch. Any chance I can get a 6-inch at 50 yards with this? The gun will do it. But can I do it? All right, looks like I got the shepherd's hook right above it. I still got a couple of rounds left in this other magazine here. All right. Like I say, even a blind squirrel can find a nut occasionally. Got a couple more rounds. Let's just get rid of those. In fact, let's bring it back up here to 12. last plate, come on. I hit that one high on the last shot. Bul Armory Axe Hatchet does have an extended slide stop or slide release lever. I like to use a slide release. And again, lots of texture, high beaver tail, gets a really good solid grip on this. Be able to get as high as I can on the bore, although bore access is somewhat overrated. I like the gun. This comes available with a black PVC coated or PVD coated slide. You can also get it with just a plain silver type slide on it, either one. And again, it's going to set you a few dollars more than the Glock 19X or the Glock 45. But the Bul Armory Axe Hatchet, nice trigger. I didn't weigh the trigger, but it's feeling like it's probably breaking right around about 3.5 to 4 pounds, like a good, decent Glock trigger. Very, very little. Let's see, you have to do it from this side. Very little to take up. Yeah, maybe a little more than a Glock, or a little less than a Glock rather. And no over travel. And I don't get the usual Glocks. I'll get 2, 3, 4 sometimes glitches as you start to pull the trigger back. You don't get it on this. Reset is right there. So again, a nice flat face trigger, which I really do like. Bul Armory Axe Hatchet. I want to thank my friend the firearm guy for loaning me this for a review. And I carried a Glock for a long time, and I got a bunch of them. I may have to look into this Axe Hatchet to go along with my Glock collection. Thanks for stopping in.